perimeter of the monastery. You guys see a small door, perhaps a servant's entrance, which is on the northwest side of the monastery. On the northeast side of the monastery, there is a wall that encloses a good-sized garden, and you check the gate, which is locked. All right. Also, there is on the eastern portion of the monastery, which is in poor repair. The walls are kind of crumbling around and whatnot. You can see that the windows have been bricked up with a lot of old masonry and patching and stuff. Now, there's also a small side door that's basically near the section where everything is kind of in shambles and repair, and that would be right around here, and it's in the yeah, that's in the southeastern portion of the building. So this is pretty much where you would be right now.
Fantastic. So, what do you guys want to do? Theo, it's up to you.
I say we go listen at that service entrance, because that's probably, if it's service entrance, that means there's a kitchen. So.
Oh, kitchen! Oh, I'm in.
You said the magic word.
Food.
Yeah.
So let's start heading towards that servant's entrance.
Okay.
I'll follow you, Theo.
Yeah, basically it's on the northwestern western side of the monastery. I'll move Donk and everybody up there.
Shortcut. And there's another window up here. And look how slow everybody's moving.
Alright, so this is right about where everybody would be if you guys are going to check out the this door here.
Hey Dave, are you doing this on low 20?
Yeah, if you can't get your cam working,
well, have you gave me status to Theo on low 20? Because I'm just looking at a black screen.
No, your character sheet is, you click on your icon in the top left-hand corner, and that will bring up your. The only reason why we use Roll20 is for the ambient sounds and whatnot, but everything else is done through Fantasy Grounds. But you just click on your icon up at the top left-hand corner, and that has your character sheet. And plus, I'll help you with it also.
Well, I was just wondering if anything else be popping up on my Fantasy Grounds, because all I have is my character sheet up on my Fantasy Grounds.
You should see the Sacred Stone Monastery map. There is
oh, now I do. For some reason, it just popped up.
That's weird. Yeah, it popped it up a little bit ago. But anyway, that's
because Raz has an Apple computer.
That's where you guys are at. You guys are at the very northeastern corner, basically in the very back end of the amphitheater.
Dom, get on all fours at the window.
Oh, dog's hurting. Don't step on my back, Theo. I'll pick Theo up like a little baby, and I'll hold him up to the window.
Okay. So you want to pick him up? Sure. I won't make you do a strength check.
A freaking Goliath! I think I could pick up a dwarf.
Yeah, basically, Theo, as you're looking in the mirror, your breath kind of fogging up where you're at, because your nose and your mouth is kind of smushed up against the glass. You can see that this is a kitchen area. You guys were right on that. You can see that there are sacks of flour, casks of crates of fish, crates of vegetables hanging out, all piled up against the walls. You can see that this is definitely a kitchen area, and there are some more of these figures, these cloaked figures with these strange gargoyle type masks on in the kitchen. Now I want to give you guys a handout really quick, and I want to show you guys what these guys actually look like. So with this pop-up, it basically looks like the guys with the robes, they all wearing beads and whatnot. And then you can see the gargoyle mask that they have with the horns and whatnot. So that's pretty much what these guys look like.
Wow, that's cool. But it looks like they're both ready to flip off this one guy in that picture.
Yeah. Well, that's just art. It's just art anyway, so.
Don't not know art. All right, so I'll set Theo back down on the ground, and relay. Theo, you want to relay what you saw to everybody else?
Dave, how many of the figures did I see?
You counted 4. You could see them. They were all walking around, working. Putting kind of stoking the coals around in a big brick hearth. Basically the big brick hearth is in the middle of the room, right where the window, right in front of the window you're at. And in fact, I'll go ahead and open up what you could see. And strangely enough, as you were looking into the window, you could see the tons of supplies and whatnot. You could also see that there was a door as you were looking into your right, which would actually be on the western wall. You could see another door, and then there was a door straight across. That was the first thing you saw, was this other door that was to the south. As one of these these robed figures were, stoking the fires in the cold. He was bent down. You could just see right over him. You could see the 2 doors perfectly, pretty much.
Okay, what I seen the window, we have 2 doors, both towards the south, one towards more of the southwest, and the other one just kind of straight south. We got 4 cloaked figures. One's bent down, messing with a fire.
$40 game tonight, guys.
Just standing still. There's a lot of food
Only
items, so this is a kitchen.
150. Wow.
Sorry, Donk, you can't eat yet.
Donk's always eating.
But it looks like the door, like what I can see, like through, try to get to put, when Donk had my face up against the glass, what I could see, it looks like the door leads to this room. So, but as soon as you go through the door, you have to make an immediate right to get into the kitchen.
All right, so Donk's gonna get his maul out and start swinging it around. And as he swings it around, one of his fat ripples opens up, and there's a little chunk of ham that was caught there from breakfast earlier. So I'm just gonna reach down and slurp it in.
Oh, I can just imagine.
Lovely.
It just sounds so awesome.
Now I'm gonna turn around to everybody and say, "Let's go into the kitchen and smash heads."
We could always create some sort of diversion, see if we could pull him out here. Possibly avoid anybody else that's in there from take out a few before we have to go in there.
If they all don't come out, one of them is going to alert everybody else.
Donk can sneak in there and hide behind potted plant.
I don't think that's going to work, Donk.
Raz
I know.
might be able to do that, but I don't think you can, Donk.
Can Lash shoot one stoking a fire through the window? And maybe if he kills one, the other 3 will come out to see what happens?
Just as you guys are contemplating on what doing, you can hear the door open up. And as the door opens up, you can see one of these gargoyle masked figures holding a very large bucket of water that is steaming. And he is actually kind of startled as he sees you and says, "What are you doing here at the monastery? Are you visitors? Or this is the rear of the entrance is the double door up into the front of the monastery. Please, any kind of inquiries, please use the door up front. This is forbidden back here."
Obviously, we were just out
and he starts to pour the water out over the edge of the stairs. Not getting on you guys, but about 4 or 5 feet away from you, and he's pouring pouring the hot water out, and then he finishes and he stands back up and says, "Please, any kind of inquiries, please use the front door."
Raz kind of walks up, not too close, but kind of walks up and looks up at him and just asks, "Why are you wearing a mask?"
We all wear masks here at the temple.
Why?
That is just what we do. We all wear a mask, and just so we do not know who each other are. We all are seen as one. And as we wear our robes and as we wear our masks, we are all viewed as one.
So Donk approaches a little bit closer. My maul's still in hand, but non-threatening, kind of like just held back a little bit. And I say, "Do you have any food?"
We do not. We are not an inn. We are not a roadside inn. We do not sell dinners. We do not provide meals for travelers.
We're hungry and lost. You don't need
He kind of chuckles a little bit and says, "It seems like you have been well taken care of before, friend. It seems like you have not missed many meals."
Dave, I think that's profiling. I don't know if that's. And as I'm saying that, I'm kind of slowly approaching the guy and getting closer.
And as you start to come a little bit closer, he tells you that, please, if you are looking for food, please ask the wardens at the front of the monastery. They could help you better than he. He is forbidden to really talk to anyone, especially out in the back of the monastery. And he says, "Good day." And he hurriedly.
No, I spring. Wait before.
Okay, you do.
Dave.
All right, roll initiative. Roll initiative.
I want to spring and grapple and hold him down. I'm not gonna pound him, but I'm gonna grapple him. But yes, I'll initiative it.
Roll initiative.
Sorry, guys, but this is it. I'm tired of this. Donk wants blood. I wanna leap out and grab this guy and put my arms around him like a big bear hug, but I wanna do a strength check or whatever I need to do to hold him in place.
Okay, yeah, you're able to, just as you kind of see him kind of look around a little bit, and you see him start to take a step back and tell you that he's not supposed to be especially talking to visitors up back. He starts to take a step back, and you're on him like a fly on shit, and you've got this guy grappled. And now his mask falls off. He is a human. He's not got any kind of disfigurements or nothing like that. And he does yell, "Help! We're being attacked. The monastery is under attack."
I'll put my hand over his mouth.
Okay, sure. And he's.
And I'll kick the mask to kill.
Okay.
What's this guy? Does he have a loose fitting robe, or what's his garment like again? I know you said
he's
before,
wearing just robes, like as in the picture, robes.
Yeah, okay.
Rope, kind of holding it together and whatnot.
So Donk turns to the group and he says, "Who wants to dress like Guy and get in there?"
Kel, I think you have the best shot.
And he bites your hand.
Oh, he's gonna bite my hand.
Oh, he bites your hand. Yeah, he give me a dexterity check, sort of like a dexterity check, just a dexterity saving throw. I want to see how good he gets a clamp down onto your hand. Yeah, so he's got a hold of your hand. I mean, but you rip it away. You can see that there's the deep engraved teeth marks that are on your hand now, and it goes from to help. We've got intruders. The monastery is under attack.
Time to break his neck, Dave.
Okay, give me a. Do you want to Okay, just give me an attack roll. Do you want to just smash him or what?
I was thinking I have my arm around him like so, and I had my hands around his neck, with my giant monster pseudopod hands. I just want to take his head, twist it.
Well, you're not a storm giant or anything, so
I know, but you know, in my imagination,
Sure.
it's going a lot better than it actually is. Just as an FYI.
Sure, and you know, when he yells this, you can hear that you can hear inside of the door. You can hear a lot of scuffling, and you can hear, "We have intruders. Brother Kardashian said that we have intruders that are coming into the monastery." Brother Kardashian, where'd that come from? But yeah, Brother Kardashian, you've got in your arms, and now go ahead and do your attack roll. If you can do a good enough attack roll, I'll reward you for this.
All right, I'll let me hit my actions, and I'll do a attack roll with my. I have an unarmed.
And you can even have you can have advantages. Yeah, you could have advantage as well with your attack, because you actually have him grappled, so you would have advantage on your attack. And thank goodness.
God. Thank God.
Yeah,
I freaking had a.
You take his neck and you basically just rip it and snap it, and his neck snaps, and you can just feel the bones in his neck kind of just give. And then he just kind of twitches for a couple seconds, and he kind of like slides out of your hand because of gravity, and he just is on the ground, kind of trying to breathe and whatnot now. And
I kind of want to,
as he falls out of your hand, falls out of your arms.
I want to throw him behind the area. So here's where I am, Dave. I want to kind of ditch his body just a little to the right there against this wall. Right, so not really sneakily hide him, unless maybe let me just take a quick scan around. Is there any place I can stash his body that would be a little more secretive?
A quick peek, sure. Right around the corner there. I mean, there's to the right, to your left. Yeah, sure. I mean, you could probably hide the body there.
All right, I'll fold it up, smash up that body, fold it up. But I think before I do too much damage, I do want to take that robe off and throw it over to Kel or somebody, just so we have it. Then I'll just crunch his body up like a gigantic snowball and jam him in the corner.
Okay, well, yeah. Before you get the robe and all that stuff, whatnot, we're gonna go ahead and roll initiative now, because there are some other. Seems like there are four of these robed figures coming outside of the monastery.
Yeah, as soon as Raz hears the guy scream, she takes out her crossbow and aims it right at the door.
Okay.
To where people would come out.
Sounds like a winner to me. Oh, I love how Fantasy Grounds has this set up to where I can just, it rolls initiative and everything already. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that sucked.
So awesome.
I thought you were going to say something like how it just kills all my characters.
I'm pretty sure you're the one that kills all your characters.
I would have to say, yeah. I mean, I just, yeah. I don't know how to respond to that, because I think you're absolutely right in this case.
Okay, so the first one of these monks, you could see this monk appear around the door, Allura. Now, as this monk appears around the door, he looks around, sees everyone out here, and he takes the door and he slams it shut. Poof! And you can hear click, 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 and you can hear it locked. You can hear it lock up. He actually got a 21 initiative. He had the highest initiative roll. Alright, so next would be Donk. Donk, you're up. What do you want to do, Donk? They know you're here now. You guys are had. You guys are had. They know you're here. You're in a bad point because you've got nowhere left to run too. So you guys need to think of that. You have nowhere to run right now. You guys are in the back of this, amphitheater with nowhere left to run. There's nowhere to go behind you. The only place that you can go is back out the way you came. And you have no clue how many of these things are in here.
Well, we know there's at least 4.
And by the amount of supplies that Theo had seen on the walls, probably a pretty good amount of them.
Are you just trickling that information to us now, Dave?
No, I told you. Did I not say, Theo, there were a ton
No,
of
you
supplies
did,
along the
you did.
walls? Yeah.
Yeah, you did say there was plenty of
Okay.
supplies.
Yeah, there's plenty. It was like a cornucopias full of foodstuffs in there.
Okay,
Donk,
so it's
what do
Donk's.
you want to do, Donk?
Man, I'm a little. I think I might take a ready action, waiting for somebody to come out of this door. Let's do this.
Sure.
You know what? Might be smarter for me to
And then
move
just
over
like
to this.
chop their feet off or something as they come through.
Yeah, that might be where I'll be, but
I like that.
probably pulverize their legs as they come through the door. I'm waiting for that.
I like that.
I'm waiting to hear that unlock happen, or for
Okay,
somebody else
sure.
to decide. But I might yell to the party, "Oops, my bad."
Nice. Okay, Kel, what about you?
Let's see. The door's locked, and our strong guy is not going to open it. So, Kel's going to move down here to where he can pull out his light crossbow so he can snipe whoever comes through the door first.
Okay.
Actually, let me change that. I'm going to come there. Then I can also keep an eye out behind us.
Okay. Yeah, that would probably be a pretty good idea, Kel. I like the way that you're thinking there.
I like the cut of your jib.
What? The cut of your jib?
Know,
What in the hell is the cut of your jib?
I don't know, man. It's too many Red Bulls.
It's an old thing.
Hey, I sent an email the other day, and I said in the email, and I am not joking, that would be the cat's pajamas.
A company email?
Yeah, to some people, and then they forwarded it on to make fun of me. So now I'm known as the old fogey that says cat's pajamas.
Well, at least you didn't say the cat's meow, because that would have even sounded even worse.
That would be 23 Skidoo, Dave.
Alora, what say you?
I am going to, because I probably don't have it up. I'm going to go ahead and cast Mage Armor. To raise up my defense.
Okay.
And
go ahead and make sure you drop that icon. Don't forget to drop the icon on your token inside of the combat tracker. Remember to open up the spell and do that.
While you're there, click that effect that says invisible on Donk. Will you mind? I think we might have. I'm just joking. I think we might have made a mistake. I wish you guys would have stopped me.
Oh, what do you mean open up the spell? Because there's not like a little magnifying glass next to the Mage Armor one. Just drag the red dragon thingy over, or the little red whatever that is over.
No, on the top right-hand corner of Fantasy Grounds, the top right-hand corner in that control box at the very bottom right, there's a guy that looks like a zombie. Click that guy that looks like a zombie, and there's all those effects.
They've got their hands full.
He wants you to drag those effects to your character.
Yeah, like whenever you open up what he said on actions, all of your, pretty much where all of your spells are. Do you already forget how to work Fantasy Grounds?
You know what? He's on the crack. That's not what my spells aren't listed over in the effects thing. I meant, hold on. Let me just do this.
You can play this game or you can do crack, but you can't do them both.
Alright, maybe I'm an idiot, but it's not working for me.
So you want to put what, Mage Armor on yourself?
Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
Now, when you have Mage Armor, let's see, what is Mage Armor doing? It's basically giving you your target's AC becomes 13 plus Dex modifier. So alright, so what is your 13 plus Dex modifier?
So Dex modifier is 3. So do I just change my AC?
Just change your AC, and then you're going to need to, don't forget, write it down, change it back. All right. So anything else for you? Don't forget to deduct remember to have your character sheet on combat, bottom left, and deduct one of your first level spell slots.
Alright, well, I'll figure this out while they're doing theirs. I'm gonna move.
Okay, go ahead and move.
Well,
Okay.
I'm
Theo,
gonna move over here.
what say you?
I'm gonna draw up my loot, and I'm gonna string it like a rock guitar and cast Bardic Inspiration on Donk.
Yeah!
Alright.
All right. So you should be able to open up on your character sheet, Theo. You'll notice on the Actions tab, bottom right-hand side, there are spells, and you'll see Bardic Inspiration. There's a little magnifying glass there. Okay. When you open up that Bardic Inspiration, now Bardic Inspiration is what are you going to do with it? I know what is Bardic Inspiration? It gives you 1d6 for anything, right? Is it any kind of attack roll, check roll, saving throw roll?
Yeah, he has to choose one, and he has 10 minutes to use it.
Yeah.
Technically, he has to choose which I can give him all 3, and then he has to choose which one. And then when it comes, we have to remove them all.
Yeah, we'll just remove them all. So yeah, just go ahead and drop the effects on him. They'll last for basically 10 rounds. So, but you've already used this before, right? So you're kind of familiar with it. Seems like.
I've watched every week, so I kind of figured it out.
Perfect. I like it. All right, so you've got Bardic Inspiration on yourself, Donk. Anything else for you, Theo? You want to do any kind of movement? Go ahead and do it now.
Yeah. Can I put up my loot and draw out my light crossbow?
As part of your movement, absolutely. And you can go ahead and do your movement too. Okay. Now, what about you, Raz? What are you gonna do?
So I'm gonna make sure I have a bolt snugly secured into my crossbow and
snugly though.
Snugly and securely into my crossbow.
Okay, I got it. I got you.
She gonna snuggle down.
Snuggle the crossbow. And aim it right at the door, and at any slight movement of the door opening, she's gonna fire.
Okay, sounds like a winner to me. I kind of like that. So it seems that let's go to. All right, so the door. You can start to hear the door cracking and clicking and all that other good stuff, and you can see the door is opening back up. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and put that right here. The door opens back up. You can see that there is a sacred monk, one of these monks that come out.
He also has a mask?
Yes, he's wearing a mask. Both Donk and Raz, you guys have,
ready action.
Basically have ready to action. So you can go ahead and you can pounce on this guy if you want to, Donk and Raz.
Hell to the yeah! So Donk's gonna go ahead.
Yeah, he's not wielding any kind of weapons, but he is in like an offensive posture as he, comes out and he has his hands up like he's fixing to fight.
Well, I came. You remember Donk? He's in his ready state. So I have this maul. I'm holding it kind of like a baseball bat, just wiggling it a little bit to the left and to the right, just waiting for some dumbass to come out of the door. Now I've been pumped up with this Bardic Inspiration.
That dumbass,
Holy
yeah.
crap!
That
exactly.
Dumbass, yeah. So what do you want to use your Bardic Inspiration for? Do you want to use the Bardic Inspiration for attacking, or do you want to do it for a check or a save?
Well, these guys are using. I'm going to use the attack just to make sure that when I swing this, that I'm gonna connect with something.
Okay, you're good to go.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and swing my maul.
Okay.
Holy shit!
Wow, that was
Are you freaking?
That was like
me?
right off the bat, man.
Alright, I'm gonna go back to the Fantasy Grounds website and see if somehow you can set this to be ones. I don't know. It just seems kind of hinky. Alright, so So I guess I did my +5 regular bonus and then the 4, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You got a 1, so yeah, that was a horrible miss. He kind of startled you a little bit, Donk, because of you were just starting to pick some of that ham out of your teeth that you pulled from one of your folds. And as you were doing that, you had your maul up on your shoulder, and he kind of took you by surprise. And then as you swing, you hit the door, and it just smashes it open even more, damaging it to where it